Okay, so we talked about future value. Now we're going to do present value. So this would be like you took some money, you invested it today for a certain amount of years, and then you ask the banker, okay, now that I have this money, it's invested for a certain amount of time, how much is it worth right now? So it's not exactly like just the amount you put in, because they take into consideration your interest rate and things like that and how long it's going to be in the bank. So it has a different present value than just the base amount that you put in the bank. And the way you find present value is with this lovely little equation. So same thing, you're going to have a function in dollars per year, certain interest rate, and then a time t. And this is really close to the future value equation. It just doesn't have that beginning part. So it's just the integral 0 to t, the function e to the negative rt dt. So you might want to write that down. I'm going to, so that I don't forget, and we're going to do a couple examples of present value. So let's say it says present value. It says the contest winner is awarded $500 per week for 10 years. It says, what is the present value of the prize if the current available interest rate is 5% compounded continuously? So first I'm going to write my present value equation. And they almost tell us everything we need. They tell us the time, they tell us the rate. However, they don't give us a function labeled f of t, which is in dollars per year. They do, however, tell us that you win $500 per week for 10 years. Uh-oh. What did I do? Okay, there we go. Okay, so that means we're going to earn $500 every week for 52 weeks a year. So if you do 500 times 52, which is 26,000, this is your f of t, because this is the dollars you will get in a year, and our function that they tell us needs to be in dollars per year. So now we can do our little integral. So our present value is 0 to, they tell us 10 years, so 10. Our f of t is at 26,000. And then it's e to the negative 5% is the same as 0.05 as a decimal. So it'll be e to the negative 0.05, and then lowercase t dt. Type it in your fancy calculator, it tells you what it is. And when you have done that, you get $204,604.06. So there is the present value of the prize money. Brad's like, hooray, I'm going to get all this money. I'm going to invest it. Tell me right now its value, keeping all this stuff in mind. And they say, the bank goes to the bank and they say, okay, here's your present value. Here's what it's worth currently if you keep this 5% interest rate and you put in the bank for 10 years. So there's your present value. We're going to do another one. So this is the same Eris that we were doing, or that we were using in the future value. Just now she wants to know the present value. So Eris, income stream, this time they tell you that f of t, 4.8%, so we're going to use 0.048 as our decimal in our equation, also 10 years. So present value is the integral from 0 to capital T, f of t equals dt. So plug in what we know. Our present value is going to be the integral from 0 to our time is 10, so 10 years, 30,000 e to the 0.025t, and then it says e to the negative, our interest rate is 0.048, lowercase t PT, fancy calculator job. And when you do that, your present value for this heiress for her investment is $267,999 and about 65 cents. So there's her present value. Again, if you have any questions, send me a Schoology message.